every evening when the sun goes down, get with my party and I begin to clown. I don't care what the people are thinking. I'm not drunk, I'm just a drinking. I set 'em up, another round. I set 'em up, another round. I set 'em up, another round. One more round won't get me down.
Hello and welcome to Drinking with Fear. My name is Pete Selby and I am the Fear, and I am sat drinking with Mr. Ben Roper himself.
Evening, you alright?
I am absolutely fine. And also Mr. Wayne Miller.
Good evening.
Hi, Wayne.
Hello, Ben.
Wayne's turned into a late night radio host.
Yes, yeah.
Late night
Torrington
love
dude.
with
what was his name?
with
Graham.
David Toddington.
No, Graham Torrington.
Graham
I
Torrington.
used to love Graham Torrington on Late Night Love. Is that still going?
I'd imagine so, because I know after a certain
What
time.
station was it on? Or
This
is
is
that
the
So
thing.
it's that one where they all mixed into one, wasn't it? So you had
That's
Gem and other such radio stations like Gem.
Well, Radio Leicester, Radio Derby, all the local radio stations, they all turn into the same one after a certain time.
Century, I think he used to listen to.
Century. And
That's
Graham,
still going.
Graham Torrington was the Late Night Love. And
Late Night Love.
And people used to like, I was going to say text him, but
No, there was
write in
No,
They're
phoned
calling,
in.
weren't they?
and call in.
Yeah, there was one episode, it was brilliant, absolutely epic, where it was this bloke had come home.
Was his
and
name Ben?
No, but he'd come home and he found out that his wife was cheating on him. He walked in on his wife cheating on him with his best mate, right? And so was obviously completely distraught. She'd walked out with him, everything had gone wrong. The first thing he thought to do was phone up Graham Torrington and talk to him, ask for his advice on how to deal with all of it. And yeah, he managed to capture it live of everything that was going through. This bloke was suicidal. Brilliant radio. Oh, well, really felt for him, but...
What were you doing during this?
Shut up. Shut up.
How
It
have
always
you...
goes to this level with you, doesn't it? Always does. Why do I have to masturbate about everything, Pete? That's what you meant.
I never made any actions. All I said is, what were you doing?
It was the look.
No. I was thinking, were you driving
Was it-
down the motorway? Were you?
That's
were
exactly
you-
what I was doing. I was driving home from a Christmas party at the time.
There you go. Were you at work? Were you in the bath? Also, I have to say one thing. You had a bad voice yesterday. Today
Yes.
it's an awful lot better, which is good. But
Still not
also,
100%.
it's not 100%. But I quite like it. But also, you've kind of turned into a bad guy from EastEnders.
Okay.
Yeah,
How's
when,
that?
when
Well,
you
I've
were
gone a
telling the
bit cockney.
story, yeah, no, when you well,
Oh.
no. But when you were yeah, go on in. But when you were telling the story, it was a bit like Graham Torrington had his bloke phoned up after he walked in, and his missus were up to all sorts, and get out of my pub, you're not Brian.
Thank you.
What's his name? Brian.
Who are you talking about? Frank.
What was
Phil.
the other? Phil. Yeah, the other one. Not Phil.
Grant.
Brian.
It was Guan.
Brian Mitchell.
Definitely not Brian.
Brian Mitchell. Who's Brian?
It sounds like a name that I should recognise.
Yeah, Brian Mitchell. It's a science teacher somewhere, but like Brian Mitchell. Yeah, Brian Mitchell with gangs around the world and all that.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it happily.
Anyway, so what are you drinking? Since it's taken us 3 minutes and 10 seconds to actually mention this.
Okay, so I don't know if you've seen on Twitter this week, my friend in the North has been posting that we need to be drinking Newcastle Brown Ale. So in honour of my friend in the North, I have a 500ml can of Newcastle Brown Ale found at B&M.
You do. There was one problem though.
Go on then.
I don't want to drink it because it tastes like shit.
I don't mind a Nuki Brown.
No, I don't mind it.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have put you down in the group of I don't like it.
But if
Why?
Because I think that you don't like it. There was no specific reason. Not like because you're not hard enough. You're not one of the hard men of EastEnders or Newcastle. You're not in our feeders, ain't pet.
Nuki Brown
You're not
is
hard as Jimmy Nails.
Very
nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Nuki Brown is the ideal takeout, isn't it? It's the only sort of, like to have a takeout from a pub. You have to have a bottle. You know what my feelings are, and your feelings are on bottles. Nuki Brown's a little bit bigger, so that's the only one that you can take out from a pub and get your money's worth. Really.
Oh, really? So it's not size. It's not taste. It's size.
Yeah, size.
Right.
Completely. And then this is
I
even
quite
bigger
like
at
the
500
star
ml.
that changes colour.
Yes, that's true.
That's
I
quite
like that.
cool. and
Actually,
fun.
to be fair, the two features that you've mentioned, the volume of the amount of liquid and also the fact that you've got a changing colour star on it, it still doesn't mean that you're going to buy it ahead of something that actually
Well,
tastes
I'm
nice.
going to add to that as well, because when I was at school, it never happened to me, but I could always get Guinness
One of
and
the 4 days.
Nuki Brown mixed up, because one of them, if you drank too much of them, used to give you the shits, and the other one, if you drank too much of it, gave you nosebleeds. And I could never work out which one was which. So it's once
one comes out your nose.
I'm quite treacherous.
Well, although,
Yeah, so I'm a bit treacherous about drinking all
So
four
if
of
you
them.
drink too much of both, do you like bleed out your arse and shit out your nose?
No. Should we find out?
yes, I have no idea. I have no idea. Was that someone at the door?
I think that might be someone at the door.
Someone at the door of Drinking with Fear Towers. Okay, we'll carry on whilst you go and get the door.
We may have a special guest star.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a bit of a takeout from the pub, and there's one person listening to this right now knows exactly what it is. It was a beer which we called Kalashnikov. Now we called it Kalashnikov because we couldn't actually pronounce the word of the beer itself, and it basically was like Kalashnikov. Also, it murdered you.
Carlsberg.
No, it wasn't Carlsberg. You know my feelings of Carlsberg. But it murdered you. It was that strong. And also the fact that you've had, X amount of pints before. And it was great. And that was the only reason. And we're the only people who bought it. And that was the walk home beer. It was glorious. It was absolutely glorious. The one thing with this
It was
episode-
called Kalashnikov.
Was it really?
Is that what you said?
Well, I called it
You
Kalashnikov.
said it was called Kalashnikov.
Yeah, it's definitely not
It's
called
because
Kalashnikov.
you couldn't pronounce Carlsberg.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Excellent.
Good stuff.
Well, I mean, in every single episode of Drinking with Fear, we've only had the 3 people. We're now going to have 4. We're going to have Mr Saunders. Actually, it's actually late. It's but never mind. I mean, standards and everything. To be fair, standards hasn't really been an issue on this show. I mean, at the end of the day, we've had Ben and Wayne and probably myself. We'll just get you sorted, and we'll be back in a minute. So yeah, a bit of a monumentous occasion, really, having an extra person around the table. And
It's a bit cramped in here now.
It is a bit cramped. It's the class has gone downhill.
Was that a fat joke?
It's
Off the bat, right there.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
definitely.
you are sitting on my knee.
Yeah.
It's a very comfy knee.
What was left of your knee? No, that's another one. That's 2. That's terrible. And I'm in no position to. Anyway,
It's not really the way we should treat guests, is it?
It's not.
We're not going to get a lot of guests as soon as they sit down.
It's
start
not.
calling them.
And also the word guest. I like to think that anyone who's on Drinking with Fear is actually just part of it, rather than a guest, because they could be back at any point.
Okay, fair enough.
So I think the word guest. I think we need a different word for guest. It doesn't have to be guest. It can't be
Frequenter.
frequenter. I was going to say member.
Ally. I'm going to say ally.
Ally. Yeah,
That was-
I like ally.
I like ally. Ally's
yeah.
good.
Ally. So we've got Nuki Brown, which we haven't. I'll just finalise my position. I just don't like it. It's like Guinness.
Are we going to introduce our guest?
I'm not.
Well, we've got to do.
Well,
the
I'm
beer
not, I'm not
first, I think.
drinking it because I like it. I'm drinking it because it got posted on Twitter. So I think we have responsibility. If someone goes to the effort to point out what we should be drinking, that we should go and do it.
Playing to the crowd.
Yeah,
Good, that's a fair point. And what are you on, mate?
I'm on a pedigree.
You're on a pedigree.
I am.
Very old man.
I am a very, very old man. It's my birthday soon.
And Mr.
Yeah.
What?
My birthday soon.
Oh, I was going to say, not now, is it?
December
early
the
December.
19th.
It's nowhere near your birthday, dude.
Absolutely
It's
miles away.
nowhere near your
By the time
birthday.
this is released,
You
it's
can't
only
have
going to be a
that.
couple of weeks.
You can't
It's
have that.
absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's mid-July or whatever it is. This is unbelievable. So yeah, we've got a fourth, not member. What do we call them?
Ally.
Ally. A fourth ally at the table. And first of all, get the most important thing out of the way. What are you drinking?
Well, as you know, I do consider myself a better class of human being. So I was just...
What, the nurse?
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but that still could be way down at the bottom.
No, that's true. So I really fancied a Cinzano Bianco, but I've
Wow.
just nipped to the petrol station and they don't sell it. So Foster's.
Will do.
You're drinking Foster's.
No wrong with the Fosters. We've had Fosters around the table before.
Yes. And the sentence he said beforehand is still not the weirdest thing that's been said on this by a long way.
I don't know what it is, if I'm honest. Cinzano Bianco.
I'm still
You
going
wouldn't
on.
know because you're not a higher class person.
Was he in the 1994 World Cup?
I think so. It's like a fullback for Ukraine. I'm still going with Wayne's feminism about Little Mermaid, but we'll forget about that.
What are you drinking, Pete?
I'm on a Moretti, and it's ice cold. It's a big bottle, and it's a lovely old drop, but I've actually not tasted any yet because
You've not got
I'm too
a
busy
glass.
talking.
Does it have a
I've got
blue
glass
star
behind me.
that changes colour?
It doesn't have a blue star that's changed colour. Doesn't have a really exciting side in
Does it give you the shits
1996.
or a nosebleed? Does it give you the shits or a nosebleed?
Yeah, but you still don't know
Saunders,
which
can
one's
you remember
different.
this? We went to the same school as each other. I'm sure that Newcastle Brown Ale, the rumours were that one of them... Is that or Guinness? Those two that give you the shits or the nosebleed?
I don't remember it being Newcastle Brown Ale because I used to drink quite a lot of Newcastle Brown Ale.
You should
And
shit
you
yourself
shit
quite a
yourself?
lot.
And I
Get a
did
lot
used
of
to shit
nosebleeds.
myself a lot.
Oh, there you go.
But
It's Newcastle
I've
Brown.
Science.
never attributed it to the Newcastle Brown Ale before, but maybe now, yes.
Yeah, never had a nosebleed though.
No. I had several nosebleeds with you in France.
Didn't you have 3 in one
Three in
day?
one day, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did that go?
So we were skiing, weren't we, at the time?
Yeah.
I think we were 16,
Well,
17.
Loosely.
Falling down hills gracefully, I think.
drinking.
Is what we were doing. Yeah,
Gracefully.
drinking. I was actually quite athletic back then.
Oh.
If that was another fact.
Was it like cartoon style where there's a big snowball and every now and again
Exactly.
an orifice came out?
Exactly.
Orifice?
I'd just like to say for the record, no orifices came out on the holiday at all.
It could have done though, couldn't it?
I have absolutely no idea what you even meant to have
It's
said.
like a leg, an arm at different places. That wasn't kind
A
of
limb?
akin to a limb.
Where's your orifice from?
No, so we were up the top of a mountain, obviously quite high up, and randomly I did just get a nosebleed, which was kind of bad, but we dealt with it. And then
That
that
happens at
night,
altitude.
Was that
doesn't
when
it?
you were just about to ski the Red Run?
oh
Nice one, Pete.
no, we only did blues. And then that night I had a series of unfortunate events, which started with me opening the bedroom door into my face. Which gave me another nosebleed, and then I got in the shower and the shower head fell off,
Which
hit
was
me on the nose, and
incredibly
gave me my
funny.
third nosebleed of the night.
Well done.
Okay,
Yeah.
beat that anyone.
Yeah.
Also,
3
important
nosebleeds
that
one night.
that's not the only thing that happened to you at the top of the mountain on that holiday.
But we don't have to talk about that.
Of course, we're allowed to talk about
Did you
it.
shit yourself
Of
as
course
well?
I was drinking a lot of Newcastle Brown Ale at the time.
You also got transformed into a bikini and drove down. Well, not drove, skied down the mountain.
That was a different
just
skiing
in a-
holiday, but yes, I did ski in
Was
the
it?
bikini.
It was incredibly
That
sexy.
happened.
Incredibly
I
sexy.
think it was possibly the least
I'm
sexy
sure that
thing.
was a.
happened-
Is there photo evidence of this?
There is
There is
somewhere.
photo evidence.
You happened to pick the same
Excellent.
day that there was a fun day going on as well, though. So there's a
Can we
lot
put
of
that
kids.
on the Facebook page?
A lot of kids around.
Family Fun Day.
Yeah,
It's
actually happened.
a very nice Swiss ski resort. Or
Where was it? Andorra.
It was
I think?
Andorra,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the other side of China. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it where where all the blue people are from? Where they got rid of that big tree? Thank you, Wayne.
I'm there.
Oh,
Avatar.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's okay.
I thought we were talking about Smurfs.
Yeah, just nod your head. That was a good joke. So anyway,
It wasn't a good joke.
there was a. Speaking of jokes, I was at the football today, and I was looking at a news story that I seen. Yeah, I know. I saw a few. I saw a few.
Isn't this your job?
Professional broadcaster. Yeah, I saw a few weeks ago, and I said the same line afterwards because there was no one here, and I laughed, so it's obviously good. And then there was a lad next to me who does the Twitter feed, and I showed him the story, and he read it like the first 2 paragraphs, so he understood it, and then I said the line, and he had no idea what I meant, and. It was a few weeks ago where they found or they reported about an asteroid coming into the into our solar system,
Okay.
and it was long and thin and slender.
Oh, is that the one that you can't pronounce because it's like Umalumalom?
It's definitely Umalumalong now.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's normally got 19 numbers afterwards, but no,
So we're gonna-
Umalumalong. We're going to
okay.
go with that.
Umalumalong.
Umalumalong came into our solar system. And it was long and slender, and people thought it was a spaceship, and all this. And anyway, it says, and it's like, it's slowing down, sir. It's slowing down.
Is that another one of your really crap impressions?
What was that?
And see what it says? It's slowing down. And he's like, what? I was like, and he says, what's that from? And I was like,
The Independence Day.
it is Independence Day.
But I know the line, but I don't know who you're being.
Oh, I'm just being default soldier number 1 or whatever.
Okay.
It's not like Will Smith or anything. But that was the. Thank you. Right. It was
Interestingly,
from-
if Will Smith had have said that, how would he have said it, Pete?
Come on, man. It's
More
slowing down.
importantly-
G.
How would Nelson Mandela say it?
I think you'll find.
Can we go back a little bit? You were sat at home by yourself and you made this joke to yourself and that made you laugh.
Yes. No, I saw
You,
this.
you just said to yourself, it's slowing down in a stupid voice.
It was American voice.
Okay, an American. Okay.
Yeah.
And that made you laugh.
When I mean American, it's kind of like those rowers who row across the Atlantic, It's basically when they're halfway. That's what that was.
Okay.
It
Oh,
was
there.
yeah. So basically, no, I did it. It's slowing down. What was that? How do you know it's alien? It's slowing down, sir. And again, perfect.
No, I remember the scene.
But exactly,
Yeah,
you do,
it's
and
It's iconic.
But Wayne did. But this lad, he turns around, he goes, I don't know, I went Independence Day, and the lad in front, or lad, he's about my age, turns around, and went, yep, and the lad turns around and goes, what film's that? And I went Independence Day, and he goes, oh, the one where they put the big gun on the moon. I went, yeah, the second one, that was what happened.
What?
I said,
Moonraker, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but in the second Independence Day, which is terrible,
Oh,
they
that's
did that at the beginning.
shocking film.
But I says, you've obviously seen the original. No. So basically,
Oh, you know my thoughts on this one.
there's a guy in a... Well, okay, I know, you don't have to be the biggest film buff in the world to see Independence Day. But, like, I was like, how can you not see it? Like, you work in media. He then went on to talk about films quite in depth as well. And I'm like, you still haven't seen Independence Day. It's ridiculous. I mean, the fact that it came out 22 years ago. But I'm still
time.
quite shocked, though, that someone's not seen it.
Yeah, no. We used to play a game down the pub where you'd pick a film, and if everyone's got it, then you're fine. You don't lose a life, and you carry on round. And that was always my opening one, Independence Day. That and Jurassic Park, I think, are just...
If you'd
See,
seen it before you owned it.
See, I'm never good at these games though because I have not seen a lot of films, and Ben's normally quite disgusted at me
Yeah, usually.
when I tell him that I haven't seen some of the
Usually,
films that
yeah.
people think I should have seen. But I have seen Independence Day.
Yeah, exactly.
Loved it. Only
there
on
we go.
VHS
Well, but I
with
thought
a flip front cover.
Ooh.
If you turned it, you know those things you used to get in cornflakes where you just rotated them as a different image.
Yes, I know.
the Umlungs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the ones. Yeah,
But anyway, back to the Umlunlong. But they still don't know whether it's either an asteroid or not because it's now left. It's gone.
I think I saw this, but they think it could be an alien spacecraft.
They said basically it's an alien spacecraft that's come into the solar system. It's slowed down, and then went past the Earth, and then buggered off again
Nice.
to record us.
Nice.
Says a lot about the state of the Earth, doesn't it? That they've travelled all that way and
Oh, we
literally
are.
stayed
We're the
for
shit
5
hole,
minutes
aren't
and
we?
gone. Exactly.
We're like the
Yeah.
Blackpool of the solar system, aren't we? You just turn up, take one look at it and go, no, fuck this. No,
But the thing is,
I'm buggering off.
the best thing was the time that it was closest. They were saying if they were going to record the Earth, basically for one day, the nearest day that it would actually pass to the Earth. I looked, and the first 5 episodes of Drinking with Fear were actually released. So there was a chance that the aliens on the Umlunlong heard the
And
show,
that's why they left.
and that's why they fucked off.
Do you think they got like the Ryanair of space shuttles? So they thought they were going to the Earth, but they've actually gone to a planet nearby and they're just waiting for their connection. Because that happens quite a lot, doesn't it, with
That's a good
budget
point.
airlines?
They've gone with the Ryanair.
They have, yeah.
They've gone with
They're currently sat on Pluto waiting for a bus.
yeah, and they've not got all the luggage because it's all gone put underneath the Umlunlong itself in the baggage hold.
Oh, it's a nightmare, yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what kind of aliens they are though. Are they like the slender, weird types at the
They're
end
all
of
the same,
AI,
aren't they?
or are
They're all
they?
depicted looking the same.
Very
aren't they?
proby fingers.
Yeah. They do. Love anuses, don't they? Well, they do. It's always focused on the anus, isn't it, with these probes?
Is that where you get nosebleeds from? So, in the in the what?
Children, come on. We only just started.
In the 45 seconds or so that we've just paused for, there's been a few revelations. Saundo, what?
So I once, myself and Ben have been good friends for a number of years.
Yeah.
Very, very close friends. Lived together for quite some time.
7 years.
I'm sorry to hear about
7
that.
years, very
No,
much.
no,
Well, our
7
face.
great years. But he did once ask me to help him put on a ball hammock.
I did, yeah. I did,
ball
which
hammock.
he refused.
Yes.
Yeah.
You used to play
ball
football, so
hammock.
it's going to be footballs.
Oh, remember when I played football with you? And then the only thing that hurt afterwards was my tits. So you bought me a bra afterwards. next time we played, I had to wear. I was a B cut, weren't I?
Yeah, strangely, Wayne, that was Ben, not me.
No, but going
You'd
back,
never fit in a B cup.
This is when I was an athlete. But no, so it wasn't for your footballs or your tennis balls or your ping pong
it was
balls.
for me balls.
Right.
So why would you need help putting this hammock on?
I had a torsion, and I was quite sore down there. So to help with the torsion, which is a twisted testicle, you have what can only be described as ball hammocks or bollock hammocks. I call them. So you go through either of your legs and you pull them up, and there's little cuppage bits which your testicles sit in, and there's a little hole that your old chap can come out the top of.
They are like a bra for your balls.
It's exactly like a bra for your balls, with a
It
hole
sounds
so that
really
your
uncomfortable.
dick can come out of. It's just because you've had them cut open, so then they're all scarred and shit like that. So
Oh,
it's to
that
stop
makes
them,
me feel a bit ill.
stop them from moving.
So to help him put the ball hammock on, you
Well,
tied,
he refused.
well, you tied one end to one tree and one end to another. It's a hammock.
You could use it as a slingshot, couldn't you?
I don't think anyone's going to disagree with my decision, though. I mean, I do most things for my friends, but no.
Okay.
Were you a bit more concerted because he's like lit some candles and put the lights down a little bit?
Yeah, there's a
Lionel Richie was
bit of
playing.
Kenny G, yeah.
They put Graham Torrington on.
But quite strangely though, you refused to help me out with the ball hammock, so you wouldn't put my
I did,
balls
yes.
into a ball hammock.
No, I
but you
wouldn't.
did once shave my balls
I did, yes.
and my leg.
Yes.
My right leg, as we were going on holiday, because we thought it'd be hilarious to go on holiday with just one
As your
shaved leg.
then girlfriend watched as well,
Yes,
which wasn't at all.
you were all. Neither of us were wearing any clothes as well.
Not you too.
I had forgot that.
Yeah, but there was a female present, which was my girlfriend, so it's completely fine, completely heterosexual.
Very heterosexual.
Not that it's wrong to be anything other than that.
So anyway,
But-
how's your day been, Wayne?
Oh, it was great though.
I had
It was really good.
forgotten we were
It was the quickest I'd ever swam in my life. After that,
But only in circles.
yeah.
A lot of drag on the left leg.
Why did we do that?
Why did you do that?
Yeah.
We were just drunk.
I
and
can
thought it'd be
only
really
imagine
funny.
it started with a couple of pints down the pub.
Yeah.
Did
because we
you
were on
lather
holiday
him
next
up a
day.
little bit with some soap and?
No, it's shaving gel.
Yeah.
And then his balls.
Idiot.
Yeah, you can't go in dry. It's just, I'm not an animal.
When you were swimming in circles, were you like a trawler with your hammock?
Caught a few tadpoles.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's harsh. I need to go with the knob jokes already. I actually didn't want you to be part of this show.
Right.
I don't mean. I say that in the nicest possible way.
Still doesn't.
And I've said it to Pete.
I'm not sure there is a nice way of saying that.
Well, no, this is a nice way, and I'll explain why it's a nice way, because you are my best mate. However, Wayne, me and you never really socialised outside of the podcast before. Me and Pete used to regularly socialise outside of it, but you would agree that our life has become a little bit boring since doing the podcast.
Yes, it is because obviously we can't talk because we want to talk on here. We don't want to use all the golden lines.
Of course. So the idea, the background behind doing this entire podcast was when you sit there having a chat, talking bots and thinking, this is brilliant, we need to record this sort of thing. And now because we started doing it, we now can't talk to each other because everything that we're about to say is going to be
you
funny.
catch yourself in a conversation.
Has to be withdrawn. So I said in a very nice way, I didn't want you part of this because I don't want our life to become boring outside of this. I want you to shave my balls again.
So I was going to say, so you want to keep it spicy?
Yes,
Should we
please.
dress up?
Yes.
That seems to work for most couples.
You can still shave his balls. I mean, that doesn't work on a podcast anyway.
No, I suppose.
I wasn't going to do it live. We
We've
can
had
Facebook live it.
Can
had
we,
castration put out
can
there.
we do it on the podcast?
Of course we fucking can. Yeah. that would be great. That would be so the Christmas episode, which I've been thinking of already. The super duper Christmas episode. It's going to be a proper hour long spectacular. It might even be a play along.
Awesome.
It'll be a play along possibly. And
Are we just going to sing carols for an hour?
there
And
will
shave
be
Ben's balls.
there will be singing.
Merry
There-
Christmas.
There will be singing. I mean, we do have a singer here as well. Ben's also here, but
I'm
like,
also a singer.
you.
Who's a singer?
I'm a singer.
Oh, you are a singer.
He's in a
aren't you?
band.
There's four people here, and it took you so long.
This is his first time here, isn't it?
You know that I can't sing. You can't sing.
I have a lovely voice, thank you very much.
Did your mum tell you that?
No, she said it was crap.
Yeah.
And you're a shit shag. Just me then.
But what does his mum say?
No, your mum's never said that to me.
No, she's
She loves it.
she doesn't really care, a bit loose. In every way. Oh, I'm sorry, Mum.
What's going on?
Does your mum listen to this?
Yeah, sometimes.
I came in with a really good, story about the slowing down Umalong, and
You both remember that.
Yeah, trying to bring a little bit of normality, bit of sense,
Bit of class.
Okay,
Exactly.
can I talk science then?
Go on.
To you? Because this over the last couple of weeks, I've had a fair bit of time off work, a bit of annual leave, and so I found myself watching
Twisted bollock.
daytime TV, which I never used to before, but I've been getting myself up.
It's
about
called
9
porn, Ben. Porn.
No, it's not. I've been watching Good Morning Britain. Now, what's that one with Phil and Holly? 'Cause that one's quite funny.
Good morning.
Yeah, that one there.
GMT,
So I was watching.
GMTV 1996
is that
is
not
called.
going anymore?
I was watching Good Morning with those pair, and a doctor came on. I think it's called Dr. Chris.
Right.
To talk about how wiping your bum is bad for you. Which
Hang on, is this happened?
this actually happened. So they must have run out of that many ideas that they have to get somebody in to talk about how to wipe your arse in the most
Were they
healthiest possible
promoting
way.
B-days?
Ultimately, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this was aimed primarily towards women because apparently, if you're a back to front wiper, you
can infect yourself.
You can infect yourself by smearing it into other places.
Just importantly, nobody's a bad for a while. That doesn't happen.
I am a back to front wiper.
You're wrong then. You were
Or
talking
your
Why-
about
why-
vagina
why
is
am
going
I-
to get infected.
Why am I wrong?
because you wipe away from the other areas, man.
But no, it's just the productivity side of it. So you wipe back to front, and then you can see what's in it, and then you put it down.
We could do that the other way.
Yeah,
You
but,
can-
But we know
obviously-
that Ben's toilet habits are a bit unusual.
Yes.
Well, I don't use. a
Has he
toilet seat.
mentioned he doesn't use a toilet seat?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
freaks me out to this day.
Yeah.
And not only do we know, but people on the other side know, or one person in particular, the poltergeist knew. So, obviously he watches you, and that's possibly. Quickly touching on the poltergeist. See,
Have you
see
gone-
now I did not laugh at that. It was you, but Wayne, right? And you call me for laughing at us. Touching on the poltergeist.
Yeah, far away.
Any more
No,
scratches?
nothing. Absolutely,
No,
absolutely
just-
nothing.
It's good.
We will
All
tell.
clear.
We'll tell Father Miller and
And Sister Selby.
Paranormal Pete. We'll tell them.
Normal Pete.
Yeah, they came in to do the exorcism.
I've not seen the website.
It's good that you've listened to all of these on.
I'm
Yeah,
an
that's exactly what we're
avid
talking
listener.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Sorry. So
So yeah, that was my point in terms of science that I wanted Wayne's opinion on this.
Well, obviously,
so 'cause I've been wiping my arse successfully now for over 20 years.
or
Well-
unsuccessfully. But the fact is that obviously, Wayne, who is poo expert in his field, this is just one thing I want to mention beforehand. Why are all doctors on TV referred to their first name?
That's true.
That's
That's true.
Why
I
is
don't.
that?
I don't refer to my doctor as his first name.
No,
None of them.
but
Dr. Singh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
I've
if you
not been to
didn't
doctors
refer
for
to
as
them
long
as
as
their
you have.
first
then.
names,
I
how
think
would
he's
you ever
retired.
differentiate between any of them on TV?
Yeah, but if
By the face.
I'd just like to point out that how do you know you don't call your doctor by his first name? Do you know his first name?
No, it's there's an initial. I get posts from
Well,
him.
maybe it's just one word. Maybe it's Mr. Acing. That's the word, Acing. You're funky
Your
names nowadays.
doctor writes you letters,
People are called Summer and
not just
Tuesday.
like from the practice.
North. These are all names.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like on TV, like he could be called. I have no idea who this Chris guy is. Obviously, he's a
I
doctor.
think you would
but-
know him. It's quite.
Embarrassing Bodies. One.
It might be.
Well,
Blonde hair, curtains, even though it's
No, not him.
2018.
No, he's the
Oh.
tall, dashing-looking one.
Yeah,
He's-
he's
no,
the
this,
handsome
is,
fella.
this is an old boy that's been around for some time.
Well,
It's a
okay,
bit like Dr. Leg on his
let's just say, like his surname is Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. So why can't he just be called Dr. Smith or Dr. Chris Smith?
No, it's just not as personal, is
Isn't
it?
Dr. Smith from
It's well, the same.
Lost in Space?
You don't call Philip
Yes.
Mr. Schofield.
But again, you can't say, oh yeah, by the way, on when you come on GMTV or whatever, when you come on there, we're not going to call you Dr. Smith because do you remember Lost in Space?
Oh yeah, that's what I would worry about.
There's going to be like half the population go no, so they don't really care.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I used to very late 80s.
Robbie the Robot.
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Anyway.
That and like Land of the
Anyway,
Giants.
so I still want to get my head around what's wrong with wiping back to front.
Smear things in places, Ben.
Yeah.
What do you smear things where? Where are you going
It's
to smear on the
less of
front?
an issue for a guy.
But why can't you just stop? when you get to the end of that area, without smearing this everywhere
I
else?
suppose you could, but
You're
I guess
wiping your
it's
arse,
just
not striking a
danger.
match, are you? It's not. You're not putting that much gusto into it.
Some might.
Or do you? You're expecting fire, Pete, when you go down?
There's also
All right.
Depends which day.
I can't quite believe we're talking about this, if I'm honest. But
No, but it's a valid question.
When you go front to back, you can't lean forward. Your hand's not going in the toilet. You're putting your hand in the toilet.
Yeah.
To basically claw
He's doing the
your bum
motions.
clean.
Are your balls like brown?
You are scooping it out there.
Yeah.
That's just, I think you need to go and see Dr. Singh.
Okay.
It's just not normal.
But in a medical term, and by all, we know you're not a doctor, but because you deal in...
Do handle a lot of poo.
Yeah, because you deal with it.
He does deal with poo.
Yeah.
You know, because you generally... You could sum up your job, which we all know, all listeners know, that you're basically a professional poo stick. Does that work?
He pokes poo.
Oh, I guess let's say so. Yes.
Yes. Well, there we go. There was a story about poo sticks about
Like the Winnie the Pooh poo sticks.
yes.
Version. Okay.
So
Without
basically,
the H.
Okay.
yeah. Well, basically where
And the pants.
yeah.
Why was that? Why did he never got any pants on?
Because he was a teddy bear, and he's a teddy bear, and teddy bears most of the time are just.
Why do you wear a top on?
Well, he has a really small top
It's like
Very
a waistcoat
cold
thing,
because
isn't
he's
it?
got like a honey belly and shit.
All right. Okay.
Or should I say he's got a honey belly and no shit?
It's very strangely proportioned. You probably couldn't find any.
Well, it's an old-fashioned one. You know, they did the film,
trousers too.
the live-action film or perceived live-action film recently,
All right.
and
No, I've missed that one.
well, they did. Like Christopher Robin or whatever, Ewan McGregor was in it. But basically, the Winnie the Pooh, when he came to life, everyone,
Sneeze.
excuse me,
loudly.
excuse me, that's terrible.
Professional.
Dodge that illness, ain't you, Pete?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Now
There's
he's
no
moving all the dials on the soundboard.
No, I was just trying to look if there's a
Fucking
mute.
mess.
Basically, they used the old-fashioned teddy bear look for Winnie the Pooh. So people are like, that's not Winnie the Pooh, when in fact it fucking is. That's actually what it was, an old teddy bear. And so he's got no pants on. Anyway,
Where were we?
I called you a professional poo stick. Oh yeah, no. Basically, they're bringing back these sort of things because kids nowadays don't know their arse from their elbow.
Of course I don't.
And they've never done like certain things. So basically, at this school, obviously they all know how to play Fortnite. They all know what Minecraft is. They all know what whatever is. But when they were asked what do you want to do, and they gave them a list of things to do, the most popular ones were go to the woods, play poo sticks, and climb a tree. Like literally the most basic things you can do. And I was like, that's a sad indictment. And unless everyone has actually done that and love it. But
What else can you do in the woods as a child?
Yeah, Pete.
I was told not to go to the woods as a child because that's where the badmen hung around.
Well, actually, when I went to the woods, it was
The
more about
old
climbing the
hunting
tree.
ground.
It was the tree thing, really. It was the climbing trees and poo sticks, and it's because they've never done them. They've never been allowed to
Never
climb
climbed a tree.
No, but the kids nowadays.
It's health and safety, obviously.
Exactly.
You don't want to do it.
And poo sticks is, again, you kind of need to be outside to do it,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Because if you do it inside, then it's just ridiculous.
You also need a
just
fast-flowing watercourse.
Yeah, you're
of
just throwing a
some
stick on the
description,
floor,
like
aren't you,
stream.
Pete?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, medium to slow.
Yeah, you don't want a fast one.
adds attention to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, a bit of anticipation.
Well, so that's why it's not going to play with the kids of today. Everything's now.
Exactly. But that's what they wanted. Anyway, Wayne, so is it going to be bad for you if you're a woman to do what Ben
Yes.
said?
That's why they recommend
I don't
it.
think any goodness can come from smearing shit into your vagina.
No.
Just stop before you get to your vagina.
Or just do it the other way around.
Have
That's
you
it.
seen how close an
Yes.
asshole and a vagina are?
Yes.
There's
I
not
still
really
wouldn't,
that
I still wouldn't
much.
go at it with that much speed that I feel that I couldn't stop.
You're only a gooch
It's
away.
not like a water slide or anything like that that's going to take me away. You get to that, stop. Easy.
I mean, they are fairly close. I mean, Ben is sitting really near Saunders.
I'd like to pet you before I go. I'll be back tomorrow night so we can drink some more. I don't care what the people are thinking. I'm not drunk, I'm just a drinking. I said more, another round. I said more, another round. I said more, another round. One more round, get me down. Another round.